again. People wonder why. Good.
Nice.
So we were talking about Leoneoleo language. We were talking about language in general, and we were discussing about what is the real purpose of a language that can implement and contain multiple languages. Starting from the fact that a language can be seen both in a traditional way as an idiom, I will say idioma, and also in a non-traditional way in many different things. Like it could be
Everything that
a
expresses
behavior,
something.
yeah, a behavior, a face expression, a sign, a dance, whatever. So the thing is that I personally believe that a language containing multiple languages final aim, since we are humans and we want to accelerate in a sense our capabilities, we want to potentiate ourselves. I think that if there was a language like this which would become like mainstream or global, the aim would be efficiency and not much else. For instance, if you think about the emojis, you know, the faces on the phone when you text, they are just a formal expression. One can communicate just simply using emojis, but it is a poor language. You can't express as much as you could
mix it
express.
up. You can mix it up with
Yeah, you
normal
can mix it up with
Classical
Italian or English or whatever, but the thing that I was saying is that they are become so widespread, the usage of emojis, just because it is efficient. You want to say, okay, there is no problem about that, I agree with you, whatever. You just say thumbs up, that's it. So I think that it has become widespread because it is efficient.
Okay, but I would like to see more experiments, more experimentation, and to see that I think that you have to bring out something more than efficiency. So maybe you could start experimenting with a friend. A friend knows you very well and knows where you want to go with your language. So maybe if I say something wild, you understand me.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe if I'm talking to a girl or a friend not so close, it doesn't understand me. But I think that's the point. I mean, it's good to experiment and try to find new meanings, not aiming only for the efficiency.
Okay.
So if you want to make it more widespread, for me, it's good to bring in something more than simple efficiency. You could bring
Yes.
in like irony. You could bring in, you know, some shades of the social behaviors that are not efficient.
So you say
not
that
always efficient.
okay.
You know, depends who you have in front of you, if he understands or not. But in this way, the language evolves, and it's a smart way to make the language evolve.
So you're saying
Survival
you're
of the
s-
fittest. Survival of the fittest.
Yeah,
If
but
you understand, you understand.
I think that the fittest will be in the end the thing that becomes most efficient. Then I agree with you that it will be.
okay.
I agree with you that it will be interesting in an artistic or creative endeavor to experiment with
Yeah.
languages and maybe also have your own kind of language that you can express your feelings with those who are close to you. But I think that in the end it will be just sadly, I will say sadly, but it will just be the efficient language that
Yeah.
survives in spite of the most creative.
Yeah, but sometimes the most effective one is the most creative one. Depends on the society and what the society tells us it's useful. You know, maybe it's not efficient in a classical way. Maybe it's the uh, the outliers. The one who play with language is the one that sticks. You know, maybe it's
Okay, I got it.
it's a wild character that uses language in a wild way. You know, that it's not efficient because maybe it's not widespread comprehension, but maybe the people are smart enough to see something in it, and then the language morphs around it and changes because now it's the most efficient thing because there is a person that embrace that type of communication, but now it's the most efficient one, but before it was a barrier, you know. Maybe a person that starts talking with multiple languages, it's not efficient most of the times, but maybe becomes efficient because people see something in it, and then the language changes and the behaviors changes, and then in that
So you
sense
say it's not-
survival of the fittest, the aim is efficiency, but efficiency depends what you see as efficient, you know.
So you say that maybe a change driven by someone, a small group of people in the way we perceive language could also make very creative, very weird language,
Yeah.
very experimental
For
language
instance.
to become widespread because after they start using it, people may understand it and use it themselves.
Yeah, or maybe just understand the aesthetic.
The aesthetics, you say, yes,
start
I can
to-
see that more. So
And start to do it just for an aesthetic. Just
Okay.
for example,
So it's
take
if it becomes cool to speak three languages, people will speak three
Yeah,
languages.
yeah.
Just because aesthetically is the thing that.
take French with the Russian peoples
Mhm.
in the 17th century, I think.
Yeah,
No,
maybe also later.
18th.
18th,
19th.
19th.
Yeah.
That was in any way efficient, but it was the thing.
Maybe I'm not. I don't know my historic facts. Not so much, but
We won't
You
do
know.
any fact checking in any way, so.
yeah. But the point is that
Yeah,
it's an
I can get
example
it.
that could.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
fits very
explain.
well. It fits very well. So it was a case in which, yes, in that case I agree with you, but only if there is an aesthetic or a fashion standpoint that can support that. Because in any other way, if it is only for artistic or creative reasons, I can't see it used for the vast majority of people. I can see it used by a small niche, maybe, maybe by some
Yeah.
intellectuals, some writers, some painters, also whatever, but not the normal
You
person.
see, you say that it's unlikely.
Unlikely, yes. Not very likely. Yes,
Yeah,
it could happen,
But y-
but I can see
you
how.
agree with me with the point that efficiency could also mean other things. You know, efficiency is a very wide term, and it could also mean creative communication, and you know.
Yes, it depends on the sphere in which you define it. So if you see, if I was thinking about efficiency in a way of communicating something
Yeah, but
fast and precisely.
it's not always
Accurately,
like
sorry.
that for me.
Yes.
Not necessarily like
Okay. Okay, but language, since it is something that
that. Yeah, it
everyone uses,
tends to.
to go in that way.
Yeah, yeah,
Also because we live in a place where being quick is very important. We are in a historical moment in which being quick is very important, while being abstract and creative or complex,
yeah.
it is not for the vast majority of people, which can be a good or not. I can say that.
Even with communication on social networks, I think that being fast, it's most of the times is
It's the
better.
most
It's
important.
you know, encouraged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, the bilingualism that exists right now between between younger people, I would say, from our age and younger. The fact that maybe you use a lot of Italian words with a lot of English words together. Maybe you make Italian some English words. It is, in a sense, because it can be seen as stylish, but also, and mostly, in my opinion, because it is convenient. Because when you have to point at something in a quick and accurate manner, oftentimes it happens to be an English word, the one that you are looking for.
Yeah.
While if you want to be efficient in a more, I don't know, profound way, in a more
Coherent.
lyrics, in a more lyric way, you
The
can
opposite.
you use Italian is a better fit, maybe.
It depends who you are in front of you, because if I have my father, it's more efficient to talk in Italian. If I have a friend of mine in front of me, it's more efficient to mix it up with English, or mix it up with I don't know, gestures,
Dialect.
dialect with someone, gestures, you know, sex.
Why sex?
Yeah, sex, it's a very powerful one.
Only with some people.
Yeah.
We don't advise to do it with everyone.
With who you like and who likes you.
Consent apparently seems to be important.
Seems to be important and
So-
crucial for not being jailed. That's the thing.
I think it was a good conversation.
Yeah. Ooh!
Yours.